أعزائي طلبة وطلبات الثانوية العامة القسم العلمي رياضيات لغات، أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من حلقات برنامجنا برنامج كالكولس. النهاردة إن شاء الله هنستعرض موضوع جديد من مواضيعنا وهو موضوع Integration of Trigonometric Functions. Dear students of grade 3 secondary, welcome to our math program. Today we have calculus. Our lesson today is integration of trigonometric functions. Integration sin x dx equals negative cosine x plus c, where c is a constant, and integration cosine x dx equals sin x plus c, where c is a constant. Now the integration is antiderivative. Derivative of cosine x equals negative sine x, then integration sine x dx equals negative cosine x plus c. And the derivative of sine x equals cosine x, then integration cosine x dx equals sine x plus c. Now integration sec power 2 x dx equals tan x plus c, where c is a constant, and integration cosec power 2x dx equals negative cotan x plus c, where c is a constant. Number 5, integration sec x tan x dx equals sec x plus c, where c is a constant. And the last rule, integration cosec x cotan x dx equals negative cosec x plus c, where c is a constant. And if a and b are two constants not equal 0 and a not equal 0, then number 1, integration sin ax plus b dx equals, yes, integration sin ax plus b is negative cosine ax plus b. Multiply 1 over a. A is the coefficient of x, or the derivative of the angle. Then integration sin ax plus b dx equals negative 1 over a cosine ax plus b plus the constant c. Number 2, integration cosine ax plus b dx equals, integration of cosine ax plus b is sin ax plus b. Multiply 1 over a. A is the derivative of the angle ax plus b, or the coefficient of ax, where c is a constant. And integration sec power 2 ax plus b dx equals 1 over a tan ax plus b plus the constant c. The next rule, integration cosec power 2 ax plus b dx equals, yes, integration cosec power 2 is negative cotan ax plus b. Multiply 1 over a plus the constant c. Integration number 5, sec ax plus b tan ax plus b dx equals 1 over a multiply sec ax plus b plus the constant c. And the last rule, integration cosec ax plus b cotan ax plus b dx equals negative 1 over a cosec ax plus b plus the constant c. Now let's start with the first example. Find integration sin x plus sec power 2 x dx. Integration sin x plus sec power 2 x dx equals integration sin x dx plus integration sec power 2 x dx. The integration of sin x is negative cosine x plus integration sec power 2x dx equals tan x plus the constant c. Another example. Find integration sec multiply between two brackets tan x plus cosine power 2x dx. We can distribute sec x multiply tan x plus sec x multiply cosine power 2x. Then the integration of sec x tan x plus sec x cosine power 2x dx equals integration sec x tan x dx plus integration sec x cosine power 2x dx. We know that sec x equals 1 over cosine x. Then we can write integration sec x tan x dx plus integration 1 over cosine x plus times cosine power 2x dx. Then integration sec x tan x dx plus integration 1 over cosine x multiply cosine power 2x equals cosine x dx. Now the integration of sec x tan x dx equals sec x, and the integration of cosine x dx equals sine x. Don't forget the constant c. Another example. Find integration cosec x multiply between two brackets cotan x minus cosec x dx. Integration cosec x multiply cotan x minus cosec x dx equals integration cosec x times cotan x minus cosec x times cosec x equals cosec power 2x dx. Now integration cosec x cotan x equals equals negative cosec x minus integration cosec power 2x dx equals negative cotan x. Then negative negative equals positive cotan x. Then the integration equals negative cosec x plus cotan x plus the constant c. Another example. Find integration sine 3x minus sec power 2x dx. Now the angle has a coefficient sine 3x and sec power 2x. The integration of sine 3x dx minus integration sec power 2x dx equals integration sine x equal negative cosine 3x multiply 1 over x minus integration sec power 2x equals 1 over 2 tan x. Then the integration equals negative third cosine 3x minus half tan x plus the constant c. Another example. Find the integration of cosine power 2x over 1 minus sine x dx. We know that cosine power 2x equals what? Equals 1 minus sine power 2x over 1 minus sine x dx. The numerator is difference between two squares. Then we can write integration 1 minus sine x between two brackets multiply 1 plus sine x between two brackets over 1 minus sine x. And we can cancel 1 minus sine x from the numerator and denominator, and we get the integration of 1 plus sine x dx. 1 is a constant. The integration of 1 equals x. and the integration of sine x equals negative cosine x plus the constant c. Then the integration of cosine power 2x over 1 minus sine x dx equals x minus cosine x plus constant c. Find integration of sine x times cosine x dx. We know that sine x cosine x equals half sine double x, double the angle x. Then integration sine x cosine x dx equals integration half sine 2x, because we have rule to integrate sine 2x. Then integration of half sine 2x equals negative 1 over 2 multiply half multiply the integration of 2x, which is cosine 2x plus constant c. Then the integration equals negative quarter cosine 2x plus c. Another example. Find the integration between two brackets 1 plus tan squared x multiply cosine power 2x dx. We know that 1 plus tan squared x equals sec power 2x. Then the integration of 1 plus tan squared x is the integration of sec power 2x multiply cosine power 2x dx. And we know that sec x equals 1 over cosine x. Then sec power 2x equals 1 over cosine power 2x. Integration 1 over cosine power 2x multiply cosine power 2x is equal integration of 1 dx. 1 is a constant, then integration of 1 equals x plus c. Another example. Find integration cosine power 3x multiply sine x dx. Cosine power 3x is equals to cosine power 2x multiply cosine x. Then we can write the function as integration cosine power 2x times cosine x times sine x dx. And we know that cosine power 2x multiply cosine x sine x is equals to sine x cosine x, the integration with respect to x. Then integration cosine power 2x is equals to integration half plus half cosine double x twice x multiply sine x cosine x equals half sine 2x, the integration with respect to x. Then we can multiply half sine 2x times half, then we get quarter sine 2x plus quarter cosine 2x sine 2x. And we know that sine 2x cosine 2x equals half sine 4x. Then integration quarter sine 2x plus quarter multiply half sine 4x dx. Now we have integration of quarter sine 2x plus 1 over 8 sine 4x dx. We have two terms. The first terms quarter sine 2x. We have rule for the integration of sine 2x and rule for sine 4x. Integration of quarter sine 2x is quarter multiply negative cosine 2x times 1 over 2. 2 is the coefficient of x with the angle x, or the derivative of the angle 2x, plus 1 over 8 multiply the integration of sine 4x is negative cosine 4x times 1 over 4, where 4 is the derivative of the angle 4x plus constant c. Then the result equals negative 1 over 8 cosine 2x minus 1 over 32 cosine 4x plus c. Then the integration of cosine power 3x sine x dx equals negative 1 over 8 cosine 2x minus 1 over 32 cosine 4x plus the constant c. The next example, find the integration of 3 plus sine x all power 5 cosine x dx. Now we have bracket raised to power 5. Multiply cosine x, which is the derivative of the expression inside the bracket. We have a function 3 plus sine x to the power 5, and the derivative of this function is cosine x. Now the integration is 3 plus sine x all power 6 over 6 plus c, or equals 1 over 6 multiply the bracket 3 plus sine x all to the power 6 plus the constant c. Now we have bracket to the power 5. We add 1 to the power and divided the new power. In condition, the derivative of the function inside the bracket multiply this bracket. The integration of 3 plus sine x is cosine x. Then the integration of 3 plus sine x all to the power 5 cosine x dx equals 1 over 6 multiply between two bracket 3 plus sine x all to the power 6 plus the constant c. Another example, find integration x cosine x power 2 dx, product of two functions x and cosine x power 2. The integration of x cosine x power 2 dx, and x is not derivative of the function cosine x power 2, but x is the derivative of the angle x power 2. Then let z equals x power 2. The differential of z, which is dz, equals differential of x power 2, which is 2x dx. And multiply 2, then x dx equals half dz. Now we use the substitution method. Then integration of x cosine x power 2 dx equals integration of half cosine z dz. Integration of cosine z dz equals sine z. Half multiply sine z plus the constant c. But the function in terms of x, the variable is x. Then the integration equals half sine x power 2 plus c. Then integration x cosine x power 2 dx equals half sine x power 2 plus the constant c. Another example, find integration x cosine x dx. The function is product of two functions x and cosine x. X is not derivative of cosine x and not derivative of the angle x. Then we use the method of integration by parts. Let u equal x and dv equals cosine x dx. The differential of u is du and the differential of x is dx. Integration of dv equals v, and the integration of cosine x dx is negative sine x. Now u multiply v minus v multiply du minus integration v du. Then integration x cosine x dx equals negative x sine x minus integration sine x dx equals negative x sine x minus integration sine x dx equal negative cosine x between two bracket plus constant c. Then the integration equals negative x sine x plus cosine x plus constant c. Another example. Find integration e power x multiply between two brackets cosine x plus sine x dx. Now this function ex multiply cosine x plus sine x is equals integration e power x cosine x dx plus integration e power x sine x dx. We can use the integration by parts in the second term. Then we let u equals sine x and dv equals e power x dx. The differential of u is du and the differential of sine x equals cosine x dx. And the integration of dv equals v, and the integration of e power x dx is itself e power x. Now u multiply v minus integration v du. Then integration e power x cosine x dx plus integration e power x sine x dx equals integration e power x cosine x dx is the first term plus integration e power x sine x dx equals e power x sine x minus integration e power x cosine x dx. Now cancelled e power x cosine x dx and the negative e power x cosine x dx. Then the integration equals e power x sine x plus the constant c. In this example, we can get the integration of one term of the two terms, and we cancelled e power x cosine x dx with negative integration e power x cosine x dx, and we get e power x sine x plus c is the integration of the function e power x multiply between two bracket cosine x plus sine x dx. If dy dx equals x sine x over y at any point of the points of the curve, and if this curve passes by the point 0 and 0, prove that y power 2 equals 2 multiply between two bracket sine x minus x cosine x. Now we have dy dx equals x over x sine x over y. The right hand side has two variables x and y. When we make the integration, it's better to get the left hand side in terms of y and the right hand side in terms of x. So the function y multiply dy dx equals x sine x. Now integration of the left hand side equals integration of the right hand side. Integration y dy dx with respect to x equals integration x sine x with respect to x. The integration with respect to the same variable. The variable is x. The integration y dy dx equals integration the function x sine x dx. The left hand side and the right hand side with respect to the variable x. Now integration x sine x by parts. Let u equals x and dv equals sine x. The differential of y is dy and the differential of x is dx. And the integration of dv equals v. And the integration of sine x equals negative cosine x. Now u multiply v minus integration v du, or integration y dy dx with respect to x is equal y power 2 over 2. We add 1 to the power and divide it to the new power, equals the integration of sine x multiply x dx by using by parts. Then the integration equals negative x cosine x plus integration cosine x dx. Y power 2 over 2 equals negative x cosine x plus integration cosine x dx is equal sine x plus the constant c. Now, what is the value of the constant c? Then, since the curve passes by the point 0 and 0, then when x equals 0, y equals 0. Y equals 0 over 2 equals negative x, negative 0 cosine 0 plus sine 0 plus the constant c. Then we get the value of c equals 0, because cosine 0 is 1 multiply 0 0 and sine 0 equals 0, then c equals 0. The function y power 2 over 2 equals negative x cosine x plus sine x, and multiply by 2, then y power 2 equals 2 times between two bracket sine x minus x cosine x. Then if dy dx equal x sine x over y and the curve passes through the point 0 and 0, then y power 2 equals 2 multiply between two bracket sine x minus x cosine x. Now, by this example, we get to the end of these programs. Till we meet again, it's goodbye.